to the channel. If you're watching on the replay, or if you're just jumping in, I'm going to do a recap. I'm currently painting the Assault the Giants set that you can see on the back, because I couldn't afford the premium set at the time, so I'm making a premium set. So in the premium set, they all come painted, but when you add the standard set, they don't, unfortunately. So started at the top. So I'm going to do a recap on yesterday, what I did, what I got up to, and see where we're going today and what we're doing. So we're working on a few of the other pieces that I was doing. These aren't from the Assault the Giants set. This was Xanathar the Beholder I was doing yesterday. And yesterday I was doing his appendages, would you call them? Or his little tentacle thing. So I was painting all these bits up. So I'm going to put them in now. Show you what it looks like when they're all set up. So a few of these, this is one of the WizKids ones that I've painted up or been painting up. But some of the tentacles actually come out. I just have to remember which ones it is. I think it's that one there. There's 4 of them in total come out. I'm going to say that one there. It's a good guess. That. Then there's another 2 that come out. That one. And also, I think there's one on this side. Let's see that one there, yes. So these then go in the top of it. So one goes there, I think it's that one. Yes, that one goes there. This one, I think, goes near the front. Coming down. I have to see the pieces in there. That one. Then we've got this one, the fiery sort of one. I think that goes at the back there. And you can see he looks quite mischievous when he comes like that. I would not like to fight this in a D&D battle. I'm not going to glue them in. I'm just going to place them in so I can take them in and out for when I'm playing the game. As I say, we are doing the Assault the Giants set today. I'll show you where we're at with them ones. But this is Xanathar the Beholder. So Xanathar the Beholder with all the appendages coming out of her as well. I think she looks pretty cool. I do like that as a figure. Fantastic one from WizKids. So I was doing a few yesterday, continuing on with 2 of the Storm Giants from the Assault the Giants set. So this is where I'm up to with this one, which does look pretty cool. It needs a bit of finer detail on it. It's basically just been finishing the base coats. So that's this one. He's looking quite good. I will reflock him. I'll finish off the bottom and finish off some finer detail on that one. So that was one of them that we've been doing the first one. We've also done this one, which is another Storm Giant as well. So Storm Giant there as well. There's this one we painted yesterday. So I'm going to do some black on the actual, is it called lapels or whatever they are, these little bits that hang down. I think I'm going to eventually paint them black. Well, I'm not going to carry on with them today. We were doing a few others yesterday, though. I put the wing back on Cryovane as it had come off. So this is Cryovane Ice Dragon from Ice by a Peep, the campaign that we did with that one. So I'm going to finish doing him off. I think I'll put some more darker blue around his scale bits on the bottom there. I think it'll look pretty cool. But he's getting there, Cryovane. I can't really tell that his wings snapped off. He's looking quite good now. Who else were we doing yesterday? We were flocking this one as well, which is the Red Slard. This is one of the paint kit sets, again by WizKids. So it comes with all the paint figures and things like that. Obviously not sponsored by them, not sponsored by anyone, but that is what this one is. So I think he looks pretty cool, Red Slard. Kind of a cheeky kind of guy. Looks pretty good. I'll finish touching up any final bits when I get around to that. I think those are the ones that we were doing yesterday. I was doing the big Troll Giant as well. I was putting the arms back on him. So that was another one we were doing yesterday, carrying one of the villagers. He looks pretty cool. I did do this one a while ago though, so it may need a little touch up now. It's been played with quite a few times, but he is an awesome figure. So that was one we were doing yesterday. So I'll show you the ones that we were doing today, or I'm going to carry on with today. There's these 2, and I think these are Cloud Giants. So I started doing these a little bit earlier on. I do stream on Whatnot as well. So I was doing these on the Whatnot account. You can follow me there with the same name on Whatnot as well. If you don't know what that is, it's a live auction site where I sell all pieces like this. But I'm finishing these ones today. I'm going to do these 2 the same though, because they're both pretty. Well, they are the same, should I say. So I just started with some base coats on them. I'm going to continue down, probably be on for about an hour today doing these ones. So that's where we're up to. But we did also do the boats as well I've been doing. So Drizzt Do'Urden's one of the ships I've been making out of that. It was from one of the blueprints from in the actual campaign settings. So this is where I'm at with it so far. Icing Death. So Icing Death. I have started Twinkle as well. I'm not sure if you can see Twinkle is up at the top up there. But this is the Icing Death. So the reason I've done it like this is during Dungeons and Dragons, you do need to be able to play on the terrain. They do need to be versatile pieces when you're making terrain. I do enjoy making terrain a bit more than painting figures, I think. But as you can see, it all comes apart this. So the back section comes off so you can get you're allowed to get bits for that. And so does the front as well. If anyone can tell me in the chat what that's from, you will see. It's not an actual Dungeons and Dragons figure. There's another one. Let's see why my chat's not on at the minute. Then obviously the bits come out as well. These are all magnetised on with little magnets underneath, so I can virtually pick it up with them, or I can take them off. And then obviously if you want to go down to the lower deck, then you can move it out to become the lower deck. So that is why I've done it in that way. I will finish off doing it. I was basing it yesterday and things like that. I did have a little idea that I might switch it up though as well. In that I had if I take the stairs out, I can put these in the bottom bit here, which is an idea that I had after it, and it isn't an original part of apparently what Drizzt Do'Urden's ship was like. But if it was to do that, then I could put, obviously the stairs would be inside then. And then what I was thinking of doing was building some little pieces in the side to make some little cannon turrets. So I've cut the sections already, and they're going to go in the side, and I'll probably make square cannon holes from that. But you'll see it'll still be a big ship. That's just a random bit that's on the top of it. But yeah, so let me know what you think of that one. I think it could be quite cool if I do it. But it's going to be a big project, that one. So that's not what I'm doing today. I just wanted to show you where I was at with that, as a lot of people were asking about it. But that's where I'm up to with Drizzt Do'Urden's ship. Icing Death. But today we are doing the giants. So we're going to get back to the cloud giants. These are the ones that I'm doing now. Is these two giants. And I don't know why the chat is not working. So I do want to be able to see you. Maybe it's just no one chatting. Maybe that's all it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So these are the two that I'm going to do. Is this one. So Storm Giant. So I'm not sure what colours the Storm Giant are. I did have a brief little look on the actual premium set to see what they were like. And they were similar sort of colours to this, but I'm not trying to copy the premium set. I'm just trying to do my own little take on it. So it's going to be basically a custom, unique set when it's all finished. There's quite a few giants in it to do, though. Can't wait to do the Fire Giant. I'll show you the Fire Giant, but he's the I've got 3 more to do after these. Well, he'll be the 3rd one after these. That I'm going to do is this one, the Fire Giant. I can't wait to paint that one. Well, that'll be fantastic. But I'll show you briefly, well, just before I start, which other figures I have in here. I have quite a few figures, Dungeons and Dragons wise, already. So these are older vintage Ral Partha mainly, and Games Workshop lead miniatures. These ones. These were all painted up originally for RuneScape that I did back in the day, a while back. There's some cool ones in amongst them. So a lot of them, as I say, are original vintage ones. Now we've got some of the ones I've been painting more recently and partway through. I do like to start projects, not quite finish it, come back to it, add little tweaks and stuff like that. But you can see there's quite a few good ones there as well. And I do have a lot of the original Wizards of the Coast ones that are all branded and stamped from early 2000s. Most of them, I think, are. All branded on the bottom. Official Wizards 2004, I think, are the earlier ones. There's a lot up there that we're doing, and then a lot of Dungeons and Dragons that I do as well. So I'm going to get on to painting these figures now, because that is the aim of the game today, is to get these painted. It will be a long process, though, I think, this, doing them all, getting them all together. But we'll carry on with it and see where we go to with up to today. I'm only going to be on for about an hour, something like that, as there is another streamer on Whatnot that I want to watch today. So I'm going to do that. So I'm doing a few of these now. I want a darker tan style for the actual flesh on these giants, I think. So I am using Speed Paints by Army Painter. I'm not sponsored by them, although I wish I was. I think I said that yesterday. So if anyone is watching out there and wants to throw me some paint, I really don't mind. But I'm gonna do this one, and I think I'm gonna have to make, I think, some sort of brown, because I don't think I actually have one. Although I do have a Cavern Effects brown that I might be able to do. Might be a bit too dark. We'll go for this one actually. I'm gonna go for Crusader Skin. So I'm gonna use the Crusader Skin speed paint on this. Try and do it. Now these paints are quite good. Obviously I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just giving them a shout out because they are fantastic paints. They give you different tones and things like that depending on where they go in on the figure. They are quite good. So I'm just gonna carry on doing this little figure. I say little, it's quite big really, considering it's a giant. I've started doing a Mind Flayer as well. This one, which I was basing before on Whatnot. So this is going to be a Mind Flayer, but you can see the size comparison. That's probably the size of an average D&D figure. And the giants are quite big. Whether the scale on the Assault the Giants set is actually the same scale, I'm not 100%, because there's a few there that I don't think look quite right. Like these are the miniatures from it. I don't think it's exactly designed for it, but you can see how small they are, the actual miniatures. So I think these giants are meant to be properly giant, because that's it next to a Mind Flayer. It's really small. I'm not looking forward to painting this little guy, to be honest. I think that'll be quite intricate, quite detailed. But I will get around to them after I've done the giants, hopefully. All being well. All being well. So yeah, I'm just going to continue painting this one. Appreciate anyone dropping in or watching on a replay of me doing this. As this is only my second live stream on here. I am going to be doing one on Friday. I do Hot Wheels races and things like that as well. So I'm going to do one on Friday for the Hot Wheels community. I'm going to do a little tuned car race, which is going to be good. 15 cars on a Rainbow Raceway is what we're going to be doing. But that'll be Friday's job. I'll say job. Not so much as a job, more having fun. So I'm just going to add a little bit of colour onto these and then keep building on it and building on it. I do like to start with the lighter colours or thinner washes to try and build up, because it's hard to go back down when you build it up too much. So doing the flesh parts on these now. The little tan bits. We'll see how it looks when it all dries. As I say, I'm not going for the exact same as the premium set. I'm not even looking at it. I have briefly scanned over it to see what they were like, just to get an idea and know who was what. And they did kind of have this sort of colour on them. So that's what I'm going to go with for it. The intricate parts are always the hardest parts. I have got a brush here though that I don't know if you can see the little bend on the edge of my brush there. It's come from me resting it in the water pot for a while, but it actually makes it a lot easier to get into the finer points when I do that. But yeah, I never advise leaving your brushes in a paint pot or anything like that. But this is like me go-to brush. My go-to brush for intricate detail. As I'm not the most steady hand, and I'm by no means a professional painter. There are a lot of other great painters out there, but we're going to see how this set looks when it is finished. I do think it'll be quite good, and I have been doing this sort of thing for a few years now. So I just brought it a bit closer while I was trying to get into that face. So that face is hard to get into. Hard to get into. You can get a shout out, Drippy Cheese. Of course you can. Hey, Drippy Cheese. Appreciate you watching along, joining in. But yeah, anyone welcome into the chat. As I say, I'm going to hopefully be growing the audience and doing these live streams a bit more regular for you, so you can get to know me a bit better. I've got a lot of videos on my YouTube that I've been doing. I've been doing it for about 9 months now, but I stream on Whatnot as well, which is my selling platform. And then I'm doing these little fun videos, as I call them. How I enjoy my little downtime. I'm having a quieter January this year. As I have gone full-time reselling. I've got a full playlist on me doing that, starting that process. We've been doing quite well on there. So, but I always like to have a little quiet time in January, as Christmas is always manic. Always manic Christmas time. So yeah, and I appreciate you giving a little comment there in the chat, so I know that my chat is working. It is working. It's hard to see on this figure though where the actual flesh is and where the other bits are. So hopefully, but I'll get it all at the end anyway, so I can touch up anything I go over that I wasn't really meaning to. I'm just doing a thin coat to get some more colour on it so I can see where it is, where the figures are. So I think she's looking pretty good in that colour. I say she, it might not be a she, it does look like a she though, to be fair. But she's a giant, so it could be anything. But yeah, so I'm going to continue down any bits of flesh that I can see. Now, I did notice on the premium set though, which I'm a little bit, I wouldn't say disappointed with, but I can't really make it because on the actual premium set, this is clear. It's not a grey, it's not got anything like that. So I'll have to try and do something with that. I'll probably just make it a different colour, a blue. But it's a cloud giant, so I would say it's probably standing on a cloud. I'm not sure. I'm nearly 100% that it's cloud giant anyway. I haven't actually played the game yet. I'm waiting until all the figures are done before I do it. I do play it. I do Dungeon Master for a party though. We've done quite a few of them. We're currently on Tomb of Annihilation. But I think they might encounter some giants. So if any of them are watching, there's some spoilers for you. You might encounter a few of these on your travels. But if anyone does play D&D, what campaigns are you playing? What have you played? What are you looking forward to playing? I think a little bit darker. A little bit darker. On this. But yeah, it'll be about an hour on today, something like that. Until about 7:30. If you're in the UK. If you're not in the UK, it's currently 6:30. Or nearly. If you're exact, it's 28 minutes past. So yeah, make sure you give me a subscribe and check out over the next few days. I'll be doing this. I'll try and finish the whole set and see what it looks like at the end, which I think it'll be quite good. I hope it's quite good. Too late if it's not, because I won't be painting them again. Won't be painting them again. So yeah, there's that one. It's getting there. While I've got the paint out, I'm going to do the other one though, because as I say, I am doing them the same. Or similar, they won't be exactly the same. I'll take that one off. Put that one on. My makeshift little miniature holder. Made out of, obviously, a cork. Can't remember what it was out of. I think it was a demi-john jar or something like that. Old winemaking kit topper. You can use anything, the lid off a paint tin or anything like that. You can actually buy them, the custom ones, which are quite good as well. Do them bits in there, and the feet again. Yeah, these speed paints are quite good. They do dry quite quick as well. Tend to give you a little bit of texture more than a normal paint. These normal paints for me terrain and stuff. As I do build terrain pieces, as I said earlier, I do prefer doing the terrain. It's not quite as intricate as doing all this sort of stuff. You can just kind of go mad with it. Kind of go mad with it. But I'll be doing a few more big structures. I'm also going to do a big, hey Stikes, hope you're good. As I say, I'm going to be doing a few other custom pieces as well. I'm a big Doctor Who fan as well, so I'm going to do a TARDIS set. It's going to be with the Amy Pond when she's waiting for the Doctor. So I'm going to do the damaged TARDIS with the Raggedy Doctor. If you have checked out the channel before, I do a lot of the Doctor Who stuff, Dungeons and Dragons, Hot Wheels, things like that. And also videos on how to become a reseller. I think I'm doing quite well on that as well. And as I say, a little bit of downtime with January. Bit of back to crafting, what I enjoy doing. Not that I don't enjoy reselling, it's just, it is technically a job. So I'm painting this one up to look same as the other one or similar. As why not? Why not? So I'll probably miss big chunks of flesh here. I'll see them at the end. I'll have to go back and do them. Can't kind of tell what that is in her hand though. As she's a cloud giant, I am presume she's making some sort of cloud. Presumably. But I'll get all of them other bits when I go over with the second coat. The more finer detail. As I said earlier, build it up rather than try and get it down. I did try and go a bit thinner on the primer as well on this one. Just to keep the detail in. So that one I'll make again a bit darker. A little bit darker than it is currently. But it'll build up over time as I continue to put layers on. All being well. Yeah, appreciate that, Stikes. Appreciate that. And sure you're following Stikes on YouTube as well. Also a great streamer. There we go. What are we thinking? Getting there now. I'm not sure. I think this was originally a silver, so I think I'm going to stick with a sort of silver. But the silver paint I've got is not a speed paint, unfortunately. But there is a thing that I haven't tried yet, so I'm going to try this out. But I've got this one, speed paint. It's a speed paint medium. Now I think you apparently can make your own sort of speed paint from it. So I'm going to use a silver, but it's just a normal acrylic silver I'm using. But it does give it a really nice finish when I do it. So I'll see what happens when I mix a bit of this up with the speed paint. Whether it will make what I want. So I'll put a bit in there. I'm going to use my little handy stick to do it. I'll let you see the process. But yeah, I put the clear one in there and I'm going to add the paint in because I don't want it to go down. I want it to build up. Because it is quite thick, this silver paint. So hopefully if I can thin it down a bit with that one, it'll look alright. Should go on a bit more, but yeah, it's getting there. You can see the difference in the two. Thinning it down and the big thick blob. So we'll see what happens when I spray paint it on. Well, not spray paint it. I'm going to paint it on. Whether it's any good. Let's have a look. The tester. Always the tester, the first one. To see what happens. If it works or if it doesn't. We have a little drum roll. Drum roll. Let's see. I'm going to do a bit of a less discreet bit. I'll try with these little things at the bottom here because I can probably touch them up. It is going on quite silver, but it's quite thin. But again, I'll probably want to build it up rather than build it down. So just give it some sort of a silver look about it. The primer didn't go on the knee pads too good, but as I say, I was trying to keep it a bit thinner, the primer, but you can see how it's pooling there, the speed paint around the shin and the thing, so it looks quite good when it ends a bit. You just added a third show on our channel, on your channel, have you? Thursday night, you've got wrestling show. Oh, I've been getting into the wrestling so much. At 9 PM Eastern time. Fridays is a comic book show. 9:30 and Saturday pop-up culture show. Nice, 8 PM Eastern. All a live show. Cool. We'll be in them. We'll definitely be in them, Stikes. But yeah, I've just been getting into the wrestling again with it coming on to Netflix. I've made up. It's on there now. So I'm actually up to date. I'm waiting for obviously WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble, which is 2 weeks, I think. Is it Royal Rumble? 2 weeks, am I right? Well, just under 2 weeks. And then it was something like 40 days, I think it is, till WrestleMania. Although I'm painting Dungeons and Dragons figures. Gone back to my old wrestling roots. I was watching them all the older ones with the Ultimate Warrior and all that the other day. Blast from the past. That was my era. Royal Rumble, February the 1st. There we go, yeah. So just under 2 weeks, is that then? We're on today, the 20th, is it? Something like that. I think we're on the 20th. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a few more live streams on here, as I do a lot of produced videos with me reselling and stuff. But it's hard to really do a video on crafting and doing paint videos without doing it live. But yeah, that silver's going on quite decent now. Tends to thickened up a little bit, I think. I thought this was some sort of leaf or tree sort of eldritch? I'm not sure originally, but when I've looked, it's actually a cloud giant. I can see now the clouds around the top there. Actually, as you paint these up, you do see a bit more detail on them. Who's going to win the Royal Rumble then? What are you saying, Stikes? Who's going to win it? My money's on Cena, I reckon. I don't know though, but just because he's put that thing out of him, if he doesn't get it, then he's not coming back or whatever. But unless it is his time, he's obviously a Hall of Famer, Cena. But there's so many different people in it that could do it. I just can't figure out. Well, I'm going to say Cena. That's what I'm going with. Yeah, get in there now. Let's do the back of this leg. You see that silver on the camera? I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up or not. And you see it. She's getting there slowly. And I think I want to try and continue it down to them thingies. So I'm going to attempt a bit of a dry brush, but not go over the top of them. As they're raised up over the other ones, it should just catch the little thing going around it. Not sure what that is on the end there though. I think I'm going to do it as making some sort of spell cloudy sort of thing. Although can giants do spells? I'm not too sure they can. Maybe it's just throwing a lightning bolt or something like that. But let's see what happens when it all comes together at the end. I always look better before they look worse. As they say. I think that's the shoulder should be a bit metallic as well. Gonna go with it. That line. Yeah, I do appreciate people watching along and coming in, and if you are watching on the replay, much love to you. Trying to grow a little audience on here if I can. Get some good things going. So I'll leave that one for now to dry a little bit, and then I can go over any bits of mist, and I'll touch up this one now. As I say, they are the same, these. There's a few in the set that are duplicated, and a few that aren't duplicated. The likes of the Fire Giant, and there is 2 of them, I think. Oh, there's a bit, yeah, there's 2 of them ones. The only ones that are different, I think, are the Storm Giants. The Storm Giants are different, but I think he's got an actual name, that one there. I think he's King something from the Assault of the Giants set. It's not a campaign D&D. It's a bit different than the actual Dungeons and Dragons game. You get a big world map. I've got a little bit of something on there. A little bit of something on there. Get that off. I'll build it up, see how it sets overnight. Whether I touch it up again tomorrow in more silver, we shall see. But it's going on alright at the minute. I don't think that leg was primed that well. It was a bit of a weird angle for me to try and spray prime. Kind of goes on better on the torso. And on the other one. But yeah, I did show earlier some of the recap from the ones I was doing yesterday. Which I don't know if you can see in the background there. They're all the ones at the bottom there I've been doing. What he's saying, Cena is planned for a full year of appearances, but not yet. The money will be on Drew McIntyre. You reckoning Drew McIntyre's going to get it? Oh, we shall see. We shall see. But not winning yet, that is. I can't remember who else I was rating as well. Cena was my one just because of his announcements, because I knew he was booked in for the year, or I had an idea he was, but then with him saying, "Oh, he's not coming back unless he wins WrestleMania," blah, blah, blah. Well, we'll see. We shall see. Just getting back into the wrestling now, so just picking up all the new people again. It's like I remember Rey Mysterio coming in it, and I saw it on SmackDown on Saturday that he was in, and he was saying, "Oh, Rey Mysterio, the Hall of Famer," and I was like, "Wow, I remember your first ever appearance, Rey Mysterio." He's 619. Showing me age now. I was back in the Ultimate Warrior era when he was up and coming, Hulk Hogan and that. They were my era. I was in my 40s now. So we can hear me dog barking. He's a Cocker Spaniel and he barks at his own shadow all the time. It's a great guard dog though. Great guard dog. But he does bark at his own shadow a lot of the time. Someone's probably walked past if he doesn't like. Stop in a minute. There we go. That's that one as well. Now then, we're going to go for some sort of cloud around the fringe bit there with it. The collar, should I say. You go and kick him. Barking at his own shadow, he's barking at his own shadow. So I've got a blue out. I haven't got a blue out. So I've got a couple of blues. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. So your guess is Cena gets his shot from an Elimination Chamber win. You reckon? Elimination Chamber win. That'll lead to, yeah, I reckon you could be right. It's a bit too obvious for Cena because he's one of them, you know what I mean? So I've got two blues. I'm just going to choose one. So I think either I've got High Lord Blue or Magic Blue. I think I'm going to go for Magic Blue. I'll use on this one. I'm still getting into all these new things. I remember there are all these new events coming up. The Hell in a Cell and all that, and coming out. I don't know if they still do Hell in a Cell. Presume they still do Hell in a Cell, because why would you not? Hell in a Cell was cool. Although probably not for the wrestlers. They probably used to hate it. So this is quite a magic blue. Quite a dark blue, but probably lighten up a bit as I go over it. I'm going to do these colours in a bit blue. Go with the sky sort of storm sort of look. Although it looks like she's got some sort of crystal on her shoulder. So I might leave that bit. These paints really do go a long way though. You only need a little bit and it just goes so far. Try and keep up with the chat. Not sure about the blue and the purple, but we'll go with it. It'll all look good in the end. At the end of the day, who's going to argue with the giant about how they look? Not me. And certainly none of my party. Can't see any of them going, "Oh, I don't like your look." Although if they did, it'd be quite funny because they just get blasted. So yeah, it is a cool set this, but I more wanted it for the figures than the actual game. Although I will play the actual game to see what it's like. But I just wanted the giants out of it so I could paint them up. But it's going to be a bit of a longer process, I think, because there is quite a few in the set. About, how many is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 12 giants and then 3 little miniatures in the set. So I'm on giants 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that side there for a bit because I'm not sure what it is. It looks like some sort of crystal coming off the side of it. I'm not sure, not sure. We shall see. And do it. I think I'll leave the colour. Leave the colour for now. I might do the colour a different colour. We shall see. Go to there. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with on it. Do the same on the other one. With the blue. Very intricate details on these. Although it is a larger figure, so it's not quite as hard as the little ones. You gotta put a little touch of white in these as well, on the blue, to try and make it a bit cloud-like. That song in my head. I've been listening to the K's, and if anyone's heard the K's, I think they're a Liverpool band. I've got a song in my head now. I had one in my head yesterday as well, a song I would not get out. But luckily I can't remember what it is. So we won't get back in. So yeah, I'll be basing these today. And probably come on and do the finer details tomorrow. So look out for that one if you want to keep up with the progress. I will be painting the full set though. So it may take me a little while to do. And what colour hair will the cloud giant have? Is it hair? There we go. Is that colour done? Getting there. Getting there. As I say, I've only put a thin coat on the cape, so we'll go over all that and get all the detail in as well. I just need to figure out what this is. Not quite sure. I need some sort of crystal, I think, as well on that arm. Crystal colour. I've got one called Plasmatic Bolt, which is like a green aqua sort of colour. So I might use that on it because it looks quite good. Like a vibrant colour. sure it's all covered. Should be. And then yeah, I think I'm going to do that plasmatic bolt on that shoulder bit. I just noticed on that one now, I'm not going right round. So I'll go right round that one. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to go for a plasmatic bolt. There's the colour, which I'll show you now. Where's my plasmatic bolt? This one. The plasmatic bolt. As I say, with these paints, they do different tones. So it's quite a good one. So I'm going to go with this. See what it looks like. Hopefully it'll still stay with the theme. Let's have a go. And similar green to the other one, but not quite the same. I'll go with this. Let it pool in the middle a little bit so it gives it a bit of depth. You notice I go quiet when I'm doing the intricate bits. Concentration. You can hear it in my silence. Yeah, kind of like that. I think it comes out a bit. It's always when it all dries, though, you get the final look of what it looks like. The bubbles. Don't want bubble marks. Yeah, I like that. I think it looks quite good. That's the crystal a bit on the shoulder. This one. And the same. And then I need to figure out what I'm going to do with that thing on her hand. I don't know what it is. Surely giants can't cast spells, or can they? Maybe they can. Maybe they can. It's the concentration silence again. Nice bit on the top. There we go. Crystal. A bit like a flower sort of crystal. Coming out the side of it. Looking quite good. Now for the hair. What should we do for the hair? Is it hair? It's more like fire. So she's a storm, a cloud giant. Maybe she needs a bit of white hair, I think. But I'm going to try the same as I did with the silver, because the white I've got is again quite thick. Yeah, it's an acrylic tube that I'm using. So I don't use white often. Well, I do and I don't. So I'm using this one, a little acrylic bit of white, and I'm going to put some of this in it as well to thin it down. Try and make it into a bit of a speed paint. We shall see what happens. Blah blah that. little tiny blob, and then I'll mix it with that. Just to thin down a bit. Make me trusty stirrer. It's got blue in it, but it's dry, so it should be fine. Yeah, you don't mix paints with your brushes either, that also damages the bristles. Those have a little handy kebab stick. Gotta love a kebab stick. And make a little thin white paint. And I'm gonna attempt to do this hair with it. Wash my brush. Yeah, my daughter was painting a portal as well. She's 12. She likes doing things like this as well, but I'll show you how that was doing, because I thought she did a really good job on the actual portal vortex. She's done really good on that. She leaked down a bit onto the stone. I'll get a little touch up on it. With a 12-year-old, I think that was fantastic how she did that. Really good colours on it. Really good. Right, let's have a go with this white on the hair then. And she's a cloud giant. I probably have to put a different few tones in it though, because it's just going to look white otherwise. Let's just see. The grey might come through though if I do it quite thin. And the silver fox one. And the grey hair. That white hair, but I'm going to be grey. Intricate again. As I say, it's mostly the base coats that I'm doing here now. I'll get on to doing the finer detail. Maybe not on today's show. Today's live. It'll be on the lives in the next few days. As I allow them to properly dry overnight. I might touch up my Cryovain with a white on. You shall see. So she's got some sort of I want to say crown, but it's not a crown, but some sort of thing on her head there. So I might do that something else, the little top bit there. Just leave that white for now. So she's getting there. It looks quite good with the white. Might have to use that on the bit at the bottom though that's cleared on the actual original ones. I'll have a look. I'll do this one as well. But you can't get the different tones, but it's keeping the sort of texture. And touch your face there though. That'll be enough. Again, she's not as primed as good on the top. I was trying to keep the detail, but it should go on okay. There we go. I think I may do that base cloud as well that she's standing on while I've got the white out, and then I can touch it up tomorrow's stream if need be. But there we go, that's her hair done. And looking a bit like Storm with a hair like that. Storm from X-Men. So I'll do the base as well. Try and get it white. As I say, on the premium it is clear, so I can't obviously paint clear. But if you can, someone let me know in chat how you do it. And if you're watching on the replay, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think as well in the comments, and any suggestions you got for it. Keep them nice though, guys. Although I am thick-skinned. I will be going over all this again though, to touch up, so I don't really mind if I do touch little bits with the white, as it's kind of a bit like a base coat. Just trying to give it a bit of a different colour texture than the grey primer. I can't remember what colour it was before I sprayed it. I think it was like a green, like a light lime green. First time I've used that medium speed paint, though, that wants to thin it down. It kind of seems to be working. It's made it quite thin though, but that could just be my mixture with the two paints. But it should all come together when it's dry. And I go over it again, touch it up, do some finer detail. All come together. There we go. With a white base. What are you thinking? The colour scheme we're going for? It's looking quite good. Looking quite good. I'll do the other one on the base. Start on the back this time. Easier area to do. My dog's come upstairs now. And to see what I'm doing. Well, one of them actually. Got two dogs. Two dogs, Duke and Tilly. Duke's a Cocker Spaniel and Tilly is a Yorkshire Terrier crossed with a Shih Tzu. So she's got a look of a Shih Tzu, but temperament of a Yorkshire Terrier. There we go. Get in there. I'm gonna let it all dry. I'll have a little look over some of the figures I was doing yesterday as well. I'm still on. And then I'll have a look tomorrow at how these ones are doing. Whether I continue in tonight, I may put back on later, but I don't think so. I think it'll be tomorrow now. Well, let's see how the other ones look. Whether I can use any of the paints I've got out. I don't like to leave it to waste paint. I do like to use it on any figures I've got, hence why I have so many figures on the go at the same time. Okie dokie. Here we go. So the same again. I'll make my mind up on what I'm going to do with that little orb thing on the top there. So I don't know what she's trying to conjure. It'd be a cloud though, surely, if it's a storm. Is it a cloud giant? So I think I'll just do white on them again, and then I can put some colour on if I want tomorrow. And it's dried properly. I'll go over them all in white. Like she's trying to conjure clouds. Maybe they could be water droplets at the top or something. Them there. I think I might go over them in a blue tomorrow. The white should make the blue stand out a bit more though than the grey. The grey does dull it down when you're doing your primers. When you're putting a primer on, obviously if you want a lighter finish, use a white primer. If you want it a little bit darker, use a grey, and if you want it ultra dark, use a black one. There's the three that I tend to use: grey, white and black for priming figures. But yeah, that looks like she's sort of conjuring the cloud now. There we go. And she's conjuring the cloud. The other one. I think that maybe look good with like a water droplet on top. It's the concentration silence again. Do love doing miniatures though. This is a thing I started when I was a teenager doing them for Warhammer, doing orcs and things like that. Still got some of the ones I did originally. And then I found Dungeons and Dragons and I kind of went on to that. I do want to get back into the Warhammer though as well. But obviously I've got a lot of Dungeons and Dragons figures that I do play. I haven't got so much Warhammer. I just would literally buy them to paint for the fun of it. There we go. We'll need to touch up on the white tomorrow when it's dry, as it is quite a thin one. But like I said, I'd rather it go on thin and me build it up than try and build it back down again. So there we go, that's that one done as well. For now, here's only the first coat on it though, but I think the silver's popping now. You can sort of see that silver coming out. I do like the way the skirt sort of things come out as well. That's quite good. There's a lot of detail on the cape or cloak, whatever you want to call it, so I'm going to go over that again and try and get that to pop out. But I did want that purple to just sort of go in a bit. Still got a little bit of the purple, and I did do that a bit earlier on as well, so I'm going to use up that. As I say, I do like to try and use as much of the paint that I have out as possible, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it in a slightly thicker brush, so I think only slightly thicker. This one here shows all the pics of it. So I'm going to go over it in the purple. I've only got a bit of it left though, so I won't have much. I'll thin it down. I've got more in the bottle, but obviously I'm trying to use up what I've put out on this. I can't wait to do the detail on this. It'll be quite a good figure. Just go over that a bit. And so I'll give it another proper coat tomorrow. But it has been drying for over an hour. That it was a bit of painted on whatnot before. Before I came on to YouTube. I don't think I'll have enough for both of them. I think I just have enough for this one. Let's see. I'm getting on. There you go. Yeah, just about had enough to do the coat on that one. But at least least that's all used up. There you go. It's getting a bit better now. A little bit better now. So yeah, so I'm probably going to come off for today, and I will come back on over the next few days. So appreciate everyone for watching along. And if you're checking out on the replay, I really do appreciate that. And if you hit the like button and you subscribe, that is very much appreciated. So yeah, it's just a quick hour pop-up to do the base coats on these Storm Giants, which are both looking, well, it says Storm Giants, they're actually Cloud Giants. So I think they're looking quite good. I'll show you briefly again the ones that I did yesterday as well, which were the actual Storm Giants. These two. So the 14 I've got, we're nearly at 4. They'll all need a finer detail towards the end. But you can see that them ones are looking pretty cool now. There's a custom set. Custom set. They will be. Them ones are looking good. But I do still think my Xanathar is coming on quite well as well. Now it's got these pieces on that I painted yesterday. Xanathar the Beholder is looking quite good. Just needs a bit of a dry brush on it, I think. Bit of a dry brush on Xanathar to get everything popping. I'll do that again tomorrow probably. Do like the eye on it. The eyes come out quite well. I think I'll need to do a bit of yellowing on the teeth as well. Stop them being quite as poppy white. Although it is a bit of a demon. Rah. So yeah, appreciate you all jumping in or watching on the replay. And we will continue tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. And I'll see you there. Stikes, if you're still in, I appreciate you always.